Ali, it's a pleasure having you on. I want to get a lot out of you. So Ahmad Massoud and Amrullah Saleh and their men, they are in northern Panjshir province. They are reportedly surrounded by the Taliban. We're hearing that all communication has been cut off. I want to get an update, a real-time update from you. What's their situation?
So yes, unfortunately, the communications for the past 48 hours has been cut off. There's only a few minutes that it comes back on, and then it's disrupted once again. So, but it hasn't affected the morale and motivation of our people. We didn't have communications back in the 80s and weak communications in the 90s. So this isn't something new for us.
What is your motivation?
Our motivation is to create a free and peaceful Afghanistan where all ethnic groups in this multicultural state, which is made of ethnic minorities, all ethnic groups share power and are part of the political structure of the country. This is our aim. Unfortunately, the other side has a narrative of dominance. They believe they should be the dominant force, which is unacceptable to us. So our main objective is to form an inclusive government where every single citizen of Afghanistan sees itself represented in that
Ali, with all due respect,
political structure.
I do have to say this. You want to see an all-inclusive government, but that's pretty much what the Taliban are saying, that the next government will be representative of all Afghans. What happens if they don't form a government that is inclusive of all Afghans? What are your options then?
Well, inclusivity in the dictionary that the Taliban are using is much different than what the rest of the world uses and has a definition on. Inclusivity means everyone is part of the decision making. Everyone shares power. Everyone sees that they are part of the state structure, not subordinated by a government. The Taliban believe no, they should be the dominant force, but then they'll distribute power to others, a bit of power to every ethnic group, sectarian group, and so forth. This isn't what we want. We believe in Afghanistan, which is a country made up of ethnic minorities, the only system that will work is a decentralized state, is a federation, not a theocracy where you have a emir on top and a leadership council made up of all of the members of the Taliban movement, and then others being given a few ministerial posts and ambassadorial posts. That is not inclusivity. In our dictionary or in any other dictionary, what the Taliban are stating is way far from an inclusive government and a government that represents everyone's interests in Afghanistan.
I want to sort of touch upon one of the questions that was asked by the reporter, that of the situation of collateral damage when it comes to innocent civilians being killed. Also, the situation when it comes to the rights of women in the country under a Taliban rule.
So it is disheartening to see that the rights of women, the rights of children, the rights of all human beings are taken away from them. What we're seeing in the past 2 weeks is horrendous. For example, the Taliban are not allowing music anymore, music which is part of human culture, human civilization. So one thing that we've done in the Panjshir Valley is we've provided a safe zone, a safe haven for all threatened groups. So we've been getting an influx of women's rights activists, human rights activists, politicians, journalists, artists, musicians, anyone who feels threatened have taken refuge in Panjshir. Unfortunately, for the past few days, the Taliban have blocked off traffic between Panjshir and the rest of Afghanistan. But before that, we were the only region that provided the freedom, the security, and the means for these people to survive and to stay away from any type of threat.
I have about 30 seconds left, but I was wondering if you could sort of elaborate in terms of how much support your boss, Ahmad Massoud, actually enjoys among the former Northern Alliance leaders.
So right now, most of the leaders, most of the commanders, most of the religious elders of northern Afghanistan and even other places of Afghanistan, other regions of Afghanistan, have pledged their allegiance to only one individual, and that is Mr. Ahmad Massoud. There is no one else right now left inside the country those leaders that you might be speaking of, they are in exile outside of the country. We are still in touch with them, and we're working to bring them in and for them to join the resistance. However, people that matter are those who stayed inside, are the people, the religious scholars, the commanders that are in the front lines, that are in Panjshir and elsewhere in Afghanistan, that have pledged their allegiance to Mr. Ahmad Massoud.
All right, Ali Nazary, live for us from Washington. Thank you for coming on. I do appreciate your analysis.